Hi, welcome to Lunch with Jewel. I help entrepreneurs to show up big and connect with their people. So today is Wednesday, and we're on the second S of BOSS, which is for sustainable. Sustainable. We want sustainable businesses. And so, even though I'm getting a lot of grief from some people on the value that I'm putting out here for free, I think it's important because there's enough. One, I believe in abundance, and there's enough of everything to go around. Secondly, I think that my mission of helping small business and entrepreneur means that if it helps someone, then I'm fired up about it. I wish you guys would tell me that they're helping you by messaging me, but it's okay. I think that it's enough for me to be doing the service. And my hope is that if I'm providing enough value to you, eventually you will trust me with your marketing and automation and such. So, anyway, let's talk about the topic of sustainability. Now, for for my definition, what it means for our business to be sustainable means that if something were to happen to us, we have enough infrastructure in place so that someone else could step in and continue to serve our clients and customers and have the information that they needed without things falling apart, right? And so, even though this sounds like an organization tip, it really is about sustainability because once we're organized about the way we do things, then we have a more sustainable business and we can feel free to add more people in because we'll have processes and structures in place where if I do add someone, I can direct them to, a training location or certain information to help onboard them and take less time for me, right? That's kind of where my mindset is with this. So one of the very underutilized and understood, is that a word? Understood um, tools is Google Workspace and in general Google Documents and their Google suite of products. Now, they're basically kind of in my mind two like major players in this collaboration type space. So there's Google Workspace and then there's Microsoft Office 365. So they're kind of do the same types of things. I personally prefer Google Docs because I just feel like there are more people that are familiar with Google. Most people have a Gmail account, and so it's just easier to kind of get on board with a Google offer. It's been my experience than something with Office 375 and 365. And I've had both. I've had Microsoft Office 365 and I've had Google Workspace. And in fact, I use Google Workspace today. So that's my choice. Other people may love Microsoft Office 365. No shade on them at all. It's just that I found that Google works better for me. Now, the one thing you need to know that a lot of people don't know is that one, everyone who has a Gmail account has access to Google. Okay. So when you set up a new Gmail account, or if you've had a Gmail account for years and years and years, you have access to a whole suite of products that you probably didn't even know you had for free. Okay. For free. So, what I was going to do today is just real quick, nothing fancy, just kind of give you a high level view of some of the types of tools that are out there and available to you so you can begin to use them and, in fact, take advantage of them in your business starting today. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. This will be kind of like show and tell. I'm not going to go into the apps at all. I just want to raise your awareness so that you know they exist. And then you can go in there and play around with them on your schedule when you feel up to it. But so the first thing is that if you have, like I said before, if you have a Gmail account, then you also automatically have a Google account. Okay. You automatically have a Google account. And so within the Google account, there is um, access to a whole suite of products. The way you get to them, let me go over to this other screen. The way you get to them is so, first of all, you know that you do because if you cursor over to, if you go to um, just Google, just go to google.com. Or if you log into your email or you log into Google Chrome, you'll see this little 9 bar over here. Okay. So you may think that it's just your browser that you use as Google, but this is really kind of your portal to a whole suite of products. And you can tell your Google account because it's your email address. Okay. So if you click on this little grid here, you will see a whole world, a suite of products that are available to you that you didn't know you had, and then some. Okay. So I'm just going to highlight a few that I use, and then I'm going to hop off. But I just wanted to raise your awareness. So the first thing you may not know is that when you set up a Gmail account, you automatically have a YouTube account. You automatically have a YouTube account. So, and it's going to be the same address as the same login information as your Gmail, which is the same information as your Google. It's all one account. Like it's all under one umbrella. Okay. So, so if you have someone who's helping you, and I can do a video on this later on, if you have someone, say you have someone to add to your business, what you want to do is you want to create for them an additional login. You want to manage their permissions so that they don't have access to all of your all of your information. So if you say, for example, you want someone to do social media for you and you want them to handle your YouTube. If you give them the login to your YouTube channel, you're giving them the login to all of your Google products and services, including your email, believe it or not. So you'll want to go into your YouTube settings and manage permissions by inviting them at a certain level of access to your YouTube channel, so they don't have access to everything. So just so you know. The other thing, here's your Gmail. You can access your Gmail here as well. Google Meet, so you don't have to use Zoom. You can use Google Meet, and Google Meet actually has stepped up its free offering. You can get an hour on Google Meet, whereas Zoom, I don't know, I think it's 40 minutes for the free account. The other thing I use quite a bit is Google Drive. This is your storage location for all of your files. So any documents that you have, spreadsheets, Google Slides, anything like that, they're all accessible in Drive. And you can use that and share with other people documents and different things like that and still have them in your location. Now, where this is important from a business perspective is you can manage the access of people who you have working for you. So say, for example, you have someone who's helping you out with office work. It's a cousin, it's a friend, it's, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. And you grant them access to different files. Okay. You can take away access if you grant them a permission and you invite them to your account. Then, or you share a file with them, for example, that they need for something. Or you can share a folder with them, which has a group of documents you may want them to have access to. But if things go south and you don't want them to have access to that anymore, it happens a lot, then you can just remove their access. Okay. But if you just have them sending files out willy-nilly on email, you're sending them files, sharing files and all that kind of stuff, then all your business documents are out there in cyber world, which they're out there in cyber world anyway. But once someone has your documents, they can share them with whoever they want, and then you don't have any control over it. Whereas if you do something simple like with Google Drive, where you share at a permission level, or you give them a specific folder that you're sharing with them, then you can control the access. So if for some reason things go south, you want to share documents with somebody else, you don't have to have all your information out there. You can just remove their access and give it to someone else or whatever. You control it. That's what's important about this. Not so much so, there's other tools that do this, right? Dropbox. I think there's something called WeShare or something like that. You can do that with with a lot of other products. The thing I like about this is that it's a suite of products. So all the products are interlinked and have integration already together. So your Gmail, your Google Drive, your Google Meet, all these other things are all integrated into one platform. So I actually like that. You can, to a lesser extent, you can chat. This would be like, Microsoft Teams would be kind of like a similar thing as this right here. And so, but it's kind of hard to get people to adopt a chat if they're not already using chat. But if you want to be courageous in your business, this will be a great way to get rid of email, right? And you can be having chats with people about your business within a contained framework. And again, this is about your business information, secrets, whatever, not being easily shareable and accessible to people outside of your organization or people that you no longer want to have access. Okay. That's why it's important. A couple other things, and then I'm going to drop off here. Google Photos, of course, is there, but Google Slides, this is like PowerPoint. For me, does everything I need from a slide perspective. So you already have a slide tool here. Google Sheets is your spreadsheet. Google Docs is your word processing document. Google Docs has a functionality. I think all the Googles, they've integrated where you can actually bring in Microsoft documents into here, edit them, and send them back out as Microsoft documents. In case you're working with someone who uses Microsoft, you can still use the Google Docs, make edits and do what you need to do, and share and collaborate without having to switch your platform. Google Keep, I use this a lot. Google Keep is kind of like, it's like a notebook, but it's tied to your Gmail account. So that means your notes are always with you. So things like product IDs, things like links to products, I keep them in Google Keep because then I can access them from wherever I am. And that's just super convenient. So I use that quite a bit. Let's see, what else do I use quite a bit? Your Google ads are here if you're so inclined. Your Google ads are accessed and also tied to your Gmail account. So another power tip, if you are going to run Google ads, I would highly advise you to set up a separate Gmail account just for your ads. Because if for some reason something happens with your ads, they decide they don't like your content or anything happens, you don't want them shutting down kind of your main email account. So if you're going to run ads, do a little research and make sure that you, I would highly recommend you do a separate account. What else is here? So, and then Google Voice is here. If you use that, I don't need it because I have a integrated phone functions within my platform. But if you're just looking for just a Google Voice and it doesn't have any functionality behind it, then you can definitely do Google Voices here as well, and free to a point, and then Google Forms. So there's tons and tons of free tools that are here just because you have a Gmail account. So anyway, I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope you learned something about your Google and what's available to you, and that you go on out there and experiment and play around with it. Because if there's one thing that we can always appreciate as entrepreneurs, is free tools that actually help us to do what we need to do every single day and don't cost us anything more, right? Everything can't be like that, and it's a simple, basic level. I mean, you're not going to do funnels. You're not going to be doing email campaigns or anything like that. Like my platform does, but for sure, you can go out to Google and do quite a few things like forms that you might might want to have access to. It's right there for free. So anyway, I hope this was helpful for you. If it was helpful, then definitely share the video. I love when people share my videos, and go ahead and message me if you want me to cover in more deeper detail some of these different tools. I'm happy to do that, but you got to ask me, y'all, because I don't know what you are interested in and what you want to learn. I'm kind of, doing it based on my background and what I've learned and what I've found helpful along my journey. But you could have a need for something completely different. Take advantage of this free resource that's willing to come out here and talk every day, 5 days a week, about marketing and related stuff to get your questions answered. You might not do business with me per se, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to, because but even if you're not, you can reach out and you're having conversations with others. You can at least be educated, know some lingo, understand a little bit what things are, so you can have more educated conversations. Okay. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I hope this was helpful, and I'll talk to you next time on Lunch with Jewel. Bye for now.